Hello everybody and welcome to the big virtual water quiz. The quiz will kick off at 2 o'clock on the dot, so not long to wait now. Hello everybody and welcome to the big virtual water quiz. The quiz will kick off at 2 o'clock on the dot, so not long to wait now. Welcome to the big virtual water quiz. The quiz will kick off at 2 o'clock, so not long to wait now. Just a quick reminder to make sure you've got a pen and paper handy, as you'll need these to note down your answers. And while we wait, how about you let us know in the chat where you're dialing in from? I'll kick us off, so I am in London. I've got someone from Warwick, Kent, Hampshire, Malden, Oxfordshire. We've got the Sharks from Dover. I think that's a team name there. If you've got any team names, feel free to let us know. For anyone who's just joining us, we're in the run-up to the big virtual water quiz. Don't forget to grab a pen and paper. We'll be starting at 2 o'clock, so not long now. While we wait, let me talk to you about the people behind this awesome quiz. These 4 companies are totally wild about water. They're responsible for looking after our water supply, in different locations around England. They're the people that bring clean, safe water directly into your homes, protect the local environment, keep local waterways clean and healthy for people and wildlife, plus they manage our sewage. Well, someone's got to do it. Let's see where they're all located and keep your eyes peeled because one of them might be your local supplier. First up, we've got Thames Water, which looks after all the regions here on the map in yellow. Do you live in any of these areas? Next, we have Southern Water. Southern Water looks after all the areas here in pale green. Let us know if you see your area on the chat. And next up we have Affinity Water, which looks after all of the areas in pink. Can you see where you live in pink? And finally, we have South East Water, which looks after all the areas here in dark green. So that's it. Let us know if you saw your hometown on there. And now, without further ado, welcome to the big virtual water quiz. Hello everybody, thank you for joining. Today we're celebrating our wonderful watery world with this quiz of brain-boggling water questions to challenge you and your whole family. As with all virtual events, we hope that everything will run smoothly, but just in case we experience any technical difficulties, please just bear with us, be patient. We've got a plan in place and we'll be back with you as soon as we can. The big virtual water quiz will have 15 fun questions, including some tricky true or false questions, all designed to put your water knowledge to the test. As we go along, you'll need to write your answers down with a pen and paper. And at the end of the quiz, we'll go through each and every answer one by one so you can tally up your score. The quiz should take about 20 minutes plus 10 minutes for answers. And finally, don't worry if you miss any of the questions or you need a little bit more time. We'll be sending a recording of the quiz around to everyone who signed up, so you'll have a chance to go back and check over those questions and answers. Okay, I think we're ready to get started. Let's count down then. You can join in with me. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Here's the first question, quizzers. Where is the most of the water on Earth stored? That's where is most of the water on Earth stored? Is it A, rivers, B, glaciers, C, oceans, or D, lakes? Remember to write down your answers on a pen and paper, and then we'll come back to mark them at the end. So question 1, where is most of the water on Earth stored? A, rivers, B, glaciers, C, oceans, or D, lakes? Okay, question 2. How long has there been water on Earth? Is it 4.5 billion years, 1 billion years, 4.5 million years, or 1 million years? That's question 2. How long has there been water on Earth? 4.5 billion years, 1 billion years, 4.5 million years, or 1 million years? Okay, ready for question 3? This question works slightly differently to the ones we've already done, so I need you to listen very carefully. Okay, so Earth's water moves around the planet in a process called the water cycle. You might have learnt about this at school. For this question, we want you to complete the different stages of the cycle by adding some missing words. So, we've got 4 different sentences here on the right-hand side about the water cycle, and you'll notice that some of the words are missing. On the left-hand side are a selection of words you can choose to fill in the blanks. The words you've got to play with are snow, toes, ground, sweets, piglets, clouds, slime, and earth. So starting with sentence number 1 then, which of those words do you think fits here? The sun heats the water on what and makes it evaporate, which means turning it into vapour. Okay, sentence number 2 then. The water vapour rises into the air, cools down and forms what? Which of those words on the left do you think fits there? Okay, sentence number 3. Water falls back down to the Earth's surface as what or rain? Which of the words do you think fits in there? And last but not least, sentence number 4. The water travels back to the ocean from rivers and streams or under the what until it's heated up again. What's the missing word in that sentence? This is a bit of a tricky question, so I'm going to run through those options one more time. So sentence number 1, the sun heats the water on what and makes it evaporate, which means turning water into vapour. Sentence number 2, the water vapour rises into the air, cools down and forms what? Sentence number 3, water falls back down to the Earth's surface as what or rain? And sentence number 4, the water travels back to the ocean from rivers and streams or under the what until it's heated up again. Okay, moving on to question number 4. This is our first true or false question. The water cycle began 2 million years ago. Is that true or false? So true or false, the water cycle began 2 million years ago. Okay, here's question 5. We're 1/3 of the way through, quizzes. When you switch on your tap, where has the clean, ready-to-drink water come from? Is it A, straight from the sea, B, from tanks called service reservoirs, C, out of the ground, or D, it flows into it from rivers? So question 5, when you switch on your tap, where has the clean, ready-to-drink water come from? A, straight from the sea, B, from tanks called service reservoirs, C, out of the ground, or D, it flows into your tap from rivers? Okay, quizzes, here's question number 6. Which of these statements about water is not true? That's which of these options is not true. A, new water is made every day. B, we only have the water that was made when the Earth was created. C, all of Earth's water was made 4.5 billion years ago. Or D, there's a fixed amount of water on our planet. So question 6, you're looking for which one of these options is not true. A, new water is made every day. B, we only have the water that was made when Earth was created. C, all of Earth's water was made 4.5 billion years ago. Or D, there's a fixed amount of water on our planet. Okay, next question, question number 7. How much of your body is made up of water? Is it A, over half, B, all of it, C, under half, or D, hardly any? So that's question 7. How much of your body is made up of water? A, over half, B, all of it, C, under half, or D, hardly any? Not sure if you can hear that background noise there, but my doorbell has just rung and our two little dogs are going crazy. Okay, we're going to move on to question 8 now, which means we're already halfway through. Which of these bodily functions does water help with? Is it A, digesting food, B, protecting our brain, C, keeping us cool, or D, A, B, C, and more? In other words, all of these things. So question 8, which of these bodily functions does water help with? A, digesting food, B, protecting our brain, C, keeping us cool, or D, A, B, C, and more? Okay, question number 9. Now that you've thought about how much water makes up our bodies and the things that water helps your body to do, how much water do you think we should drink every day? A, 1 to 2 glasses, B, 2 to 4 glasses, C, 4 to 6 glasses, or D, 6 to 8 glasses? So how much water should we drink per day? A, 1 to 4 glasses, A, 1 to 2 glasses, B, 2 to 4 glasses, C, 4 to 6 glasses, or D, 6 to 8 glasses? Okay, question number 10. Another true or false question. So true or false, we're drinking the same water that woolly mammoths, King Tutankhamun, and the dinosaurs drank. Do you think that's true or false? So true or false, question 10. We're drinking the same water that woolly mammoths, King Tutankhamun, and the dinosaurs drank. Do you think that's true or false? Okay, question number 11. Why is it important for us to save water? A, our oceans are shrinking. B, there are more people. C, water can't be recycled. Or D, there are fewer people. Question number 11. Why is it important for us to save water? A, our oceans are shrinking. B, there are more people. C, water can't be recycled. Or D, there are fewer people. Okay, ready for question 12? Which of these things does not affect how much water we have? That's which of these things doesn't affect how much water we have. A, more people. B, more fish. C, less rain. Or D, a dripping tap? That's question number 12. Which of these things does not affect how much water we have? That's which of these things doesn't affect how much water we have. Is it A, more people, B, more fish, C, less rain, or D, a dripping tap? Next up, question 13. How many basketballs could you fill with the water you use every day? So imagine if you could fill basketballs up with water instead of air, how many basketballs could you fill with your whole day's water use? A, 10, B, 20, C, 30, or D, 50? Question 13. How many basketballs could you fill with the water you use every day? A, 10 basketballs, B, 20 basketballs, C, 30 basketballs, or D, 50 basketballs? I like this question. Okay, next up is question number 14, which means we're almost at the end of the quiz, guys. Question 14 is, which of these activities do you think uses the most water? A, flushing the loo, B, having a bath, or bath, depending how you say it, C, taking a 4-minute shower, or D, using a dishwasher? So question 14, which of these activities do you think uses the most water? A, flushing the loo, B, having a bath, C, taking a 4-minute shower, or D, using a dishwasher? Okay, question 15, the final question. Listening carefully, guys, our answer options will be on the next slide. Our rivers and streams provide unique habitats for animals. For instance, southern England's chalk streams are globally rare, and they're home to otters, kingfishers, and salmon, as well as other wildlife. We can all play a part in protecting them. Okay, so which of these options won't help us to protect our beautiful rivers and streams? That's which of these won't help us to protect rivers and streams. A, using less plastic. B, wasting water. C, binning litter. Or D, saving water? So that's question 15, our final question. Which of these options won't help us to protect our beautiful rivers and streams? Just looking for the one option. A, using less plastic. B, wasting water. C, binning litter. Or D, saving water? Give you a few more seconds on that final question, and then we'll move on to our answers. Okay, well that went pretty fast, didn't it? I guess time flies when you're having fun quizzing. Are you ready to see how you scored? Let's check out the all-important big virtual water quiz answers. So question 1 was, where is most of the water on Earth stored? And the answer is C, oceans. The Earth's oceans hold about 97% of our planet's water. So the answer to question 1 was C, oceans. Okay, question 2 was, how long has there been water on Earth? And the answer is A, 4.5 billion years. And that's because water has been here ever since planet Earth was formed. So the answer to question 2 was A, 4.5 billion years. That's a very, very long time. For question 3, we asked you to fill in the blanks. So here are your answers. I'll run through them one by one. So sentence 1 was Earth. The sun heats the water on Earth. Sentence number 2 was clouds. Water vapour rises into the air, cools and forms clouds. 3 was snow. Water falls back down to Earth as snow or rain, depending on how cold it is, of course. And number 4 was ground. Water travels back to the ocean from rivers, streams, or under the ground. So 1 was Earth, 2 was clouds, 3 was snow, and 4 was ground. You get a point for each of those. Hopefully none of you thought that water vapour cools to form piglets, although that would be pretty cool and cute too. Okay, question 4 was, the water cycle began 2 million years ago, true or false? And that's false. As we've already learned, water, and therefore the water cycle, has been around as long as planet Earth itself, 4.5 billion years. So the answer to question 4 was false. Okay, question 5 was, when you switch on your tap, where has the clean, ready-to-drink water come from? And the answer is B, from tanks called service reservoirs. Water companies, like the ones that are sponsoring this quiz, transport water through pipes from rivers, reservoirs, and underground sources to their sites, where they make the water clean and safe for us to drink. Before it reaches your home, the water is stored in closed tanks called service reservoirs. These help make sure there's always enough water waiting for you when you switch on the tap. So the answer to question 5 was B. Okay, question 6 was, which one of these statements about water is not true? And the answer is A. New water isn't made every day. All of the water on Earth is the same water that was made when the Earth was created. Thanks to the water cycle, the water is constantly being recycled, but we only have a fixed amount. So the answer to question 6 was A. Okay, question 7 was, how much of your body is made up of water? And the answer is A, over half. When we're only a few months old, over 78% of our body weight is made up of water. This goes down to about 65% after a year as our bodies grow and change. So the answer to question 7 was A. Okay, question 8 was, which of these bodily functions does water help with? And the answer is D. Water helps with all of the bodily functions we mentioned, plus it protects our body's tissue, keeps our joints moving, and helps us flush out waste. Sounds like thirsty work if you ask me. So the answer to question 8 was D. Okay, question 9 was, how much water should we drink per day? The answer to this one is D, 6 to 8 glasses. For all the reasons we just spoke about, water is super important to you and your body. So we need to drink lots of it in a day. And in fact, we need to drink even more during hot weather. So the answer to question 9 was D, between 6 and 8 glasses per day. Question number 10 was, we're drinking the same water that woolly mammoths, King Tutankhamun, and the dinosaurs drank. And that is actually true. The water on Earth is constantly being recycled. So today, we are drinking the same water that was around during the time of extinct animals and even ancient royalty like the Egyptian boy king Tutankhamun. So the answer to question 10 was true. Okay, question 11 was, why is it important for us to save water? And the answer is B. There are more people. Every year, the number of people on our planet is growing, which means more people need to use the water from the fixed amount that we have. Plus, climate change is causing our weather to change. It's warmer and sometimes there's less rain, meaning there can be less water to go around. Our planet's water is really precious, which is why we all need to use it wisely. So the answer to question 11 was B. Okay, question 12 was, which of these things does not affect how much water we have? The answer is B. The amount of fish in the sea doesn't affect how much water we have on Earth, but all of the other answers do. Did you know taps can waste a lot of water? Just one dripping tap can waste 9 litres of water per day. That's the same as 12.5 buckets in a week. So the answer to question 12 was B. Okay, question 13 was, how many basketballs do you think you could fill with the water you use every day? And the answer is B, 20 basketballs. The average person in the UK uses around 150 litres of water per day, and that's enough to fill 20 basketballs. So the answer to question 13 was B. Question 14 was, which of these activities do you think uses the most water? And the answer is B, having a bath. Filling a bath uses about 80 litres of water. That amount of water weighs as much as 30 house bricks. That's a lot of water in a single bath. So the answer to question 14 was B, having a bath. And the final question, question 15, was which of these options won't help us protect our beautiful rivers and streams? The answer to this one is B. Wasting water certainly won't help us protect rivers and streams. Litter, like plastic, especially single-use plastic, which we often only use once before we throw it away, can cause pollution when it gets into our rivers. So using less plastic and putting litter in the bin will help. And using a little less water wherever you can will mean there's enough to go around for everyone. So the answer to question 15 was B. Someone's just said, I like this quiz in the chat. Thank you very much. We're really enjoying it too. So there we are, quizzes. We've come to the end of the big virtual water quiz. How did you do? Let us know how you scored in the chat. Although it doesn't really matter what score you got, so long as you had fun. Before you go, we'd like to ask you to take our water pledge, a promise to do your best to look after our planet's amazing water. We'll be sending a copy of this pledge around to everyone who signed up afterwards, so you can print it out at home, fill in your name and tick off all the things you're going to do to help save water. Read along with me if you like. I promise to turn off the taps while I'm brushing my teeth. I will take short, speedy showers of 4 minutes or less. And from now on, I will use water wisely and only use the amount I need. Like, for example, watering plants with a watering can instead of using a hose. By doing these simple things, you'll help protect water for humans and animals alike. Do you fancy learning more fascinating facts and water saving tips? Head to one of these links to discover more. Thank you so much for joining me, Affinity Water, Southern Water, Southeast Water and Thames Water today, guys. We really hope you enjoyed getting quizzical with us. Thanks for saving water and bye for now. Enjoy the summer holidays. Bye.